Hi everyone, I'm Ellen of the Brew Project PH and welcome to Coffee Talk. Ayan. So first of all, thank you so much to everyone who took time to view my first ever raw vlog, The Mas Simple, and thank you for the positive feedback from friends or even from certain people I don't even know. Thank you. Just a disclaimer though, I'm not good in video editing. I guess I'm about to learn, but expect more of raw videos for now. So this is more of just expressing myself since we have more free time right now, right? So my topic for today is about coronavirus, because my friend KM, who is now based in Vietnam, hi KM, said why not talk about COVID. Okay, so she said, she said na what's my reaction now, what did we do with the company, what have you been doing so far since almost I guess 6 weeks ago. Okay, so first reaction, before kasi isinara yung borders ng Philippines, before siya pumasok the coronavirus case here in the Philippines, I've been reading a lot of materials online. So since the Wuhan story started, yun, we got to research what ano yung options ng mga restaurants, ng cafes, because of course apart from our immediate families, yung concern naman talaga natin is yung nasa paligid natin, and with us it's our employees, because these employees have also families to take care of. So when Governor Rinaldo Tamayo Jr. of South Cotabato declared that our borders be closed and implemented the ECQ, or the Enhanced Community Quarantine, I was honestly happy about it, because it was a quick decision that we needed, because it's our way of flattening the curve. Ayaw natin na ma-overwhelm yung mga healthcare facilities, mga hospitals, because realistically, you're not ready. Okay? So, hindi pa ganun ka-ready ang ating hospitals, and the worst case scenario back then, na nag-uumpisa is, tinatry natin i-avoid is kapag dumami yung cases and hindi siya kayang i-handle ng ating hospitals. So, I also talked with my best friend, Mucha Ingoy, over the phone, and she said, you know what, kulang yung ventilators, hindi kaya. So, eto, we talked prior pa na nag-declare ng ECQ si Bob. So, kailangan talaga gawin to. So, we're happy about the quick action of our government. So, my reaction back then was, actually, yung lockdown, it doesn't mean naman na, let's say, after a few weeks, pag na-lift yun, is zero virus or wala ng virus, okay? So, lockdown is just our way of buying time to set up our healthcare system. So, it was good on our end. It was a blessing na meron na tayong existing hospital sa Sarala. Of course, thank you to our former governor, Arthur Pingoy. Of course, he was my former boss back then, na ito yung mga isa sa mga malalaking projects niya, the Sarala Hospital. So yun yung kinonvert ngayon na ginawang COVID or quarantine facility ng province. And then what followed was the facility din ng city na talagang napakaganda din. So it's good that our LGUs are quick to do these things. Right now, I think sineset up na yung ating testing lab sa Pingoy Hospital. I think nasa last phase. Hopefully, mapabilis. Kasi we need to act fast as we shift from ECQ to the modified general community quarantine as issued by Governor Tamayo yesterday. And this is effective today, right? Up to, I think, May 15. So, since mas relax na to, we opened our economy to, you know, certain sector, certain industries nag-open na. Sana mas mabilis yung testing natin para the moment na ma-identify natin yung positive, ma-isolate na agad. And then, I think they're doing this digitized contact tracing. Ang galing ng concept ng province. I hope masuportahan ng ating LGUs because we need to quick, you have to act fast or quick. I'm no expert with this because but I have background with media, so I do a lot of research. I've been following experts, infectious disease physicians, and yung favorite ko ngayon are I've been reading dalawa na Filipino experts. Where's the name? You have the Dr. Robert Dennis Garcia. He's an infectious disease physician at Makati Medical Center. If you search for his name on Facebook, naka-public naman yung mga posts niya. Very educational, you got to learn a lot. And then another favorite right now is Dr. Edsel Maurice Salvana. Okay, he's a molecular epidemiologist, director at UP Manila, and they've been teaching us a lot of things as we start to embrace the new normal. Ano ba yung mga talagang dapat gawin? Okay, so these things kasi the lockdown, the rapid testing, the contact tracing, these are already best practices na nakikita natin from abroad. Okay, what we're facing now is bago kasi na virus to, right? It's a very big problem. It's a global outbreak na hindi natin alam. So what we do pag hindi natin alam, we look at the best practices of others na nagawa na nila ng paraan. Okay? So I think that's what our government are trying to do right now. So let's just give them full support and do what we can do. Okay? So my friend KM asked me kung ano daw yung naging first reaction ko. Of course, honestly naman, most of us are scared. If you have seen what happened to Italy, what's happening to US, nakakapanghina if you get to hear the testimonies of nurses na parang, it's really heartbreaking. You wanna just stop watching it because it just breaks your heart, na tayo are here and sila, they're the vulnerable, sector na walang choice but kailangan nilang harapin because they're the doctors, they're the nurses, So, nakakatakot talaga. If you look at the bigger picture, if you understand what this virus is all about, it's really scary. With me, kasi like, I have a mom na senior citizen na. Syempre, may mga pamangkin ako or like my kids already. I have employees who have, big families. Ang talagang concern kasi natin is yung immediate people in our surroundings. So you get scared because you're the one responsible for all of them. So like, in the first, 3 to 4 days since I heard about it, parang hirap. I guess some of us are, have this anxiety na ang hirap matulog. You have these worries, but then, once you get back to the reality na there's a bigger God who can take care of this, and it was just teaching us a great lesson out of this. We get relaxed, we just lift everything up and do our part the best way we can while we're here, right? So initial reaction was of course scary, but hindi kasi I'm speaking for myself. I'm really not the type na yung I'll just curl up and do nothing about it. Kasi ang concern natin is yung tao sa paligid natin. We don't want them to influence that fear. We want to influence some lakas ng loob, some encouragement that despite nitong sobrang hirap na sitwasyon, kakayanin natin. Okay? So, there. Anxiety hanggang sa those nights, what I did was I listened to Hillsong worship songs before I sleep because it has a way of relaxing me. So we all have our way of coping. We all have our coping mechanisms, and whatever that is right now, so be it. Diba? Kasi nakakatakot siya eh. So, tingnan nyo, yung mga sa bahay, nagti-TikTok and all that, yung ginagawa ng iba, like, diba, initially sa city, meron sila yung parang entrance thing. Ako, whatever yung trip ng tao at that time, you just have to give it. Kasi we are in a critical period. We stop being critical at other people. Siyempre, of course, except naman pag may ibang tao na talagang may gagawing masama pa sa'yo, nasa critical period na tayo, diba? So, we have to, you know, really take care of each other at these times. So, what I'm saying is, nung isinara na yung borders ng Philippines, and then eventually, okay, let's get spontaneous ha. And then eventually, Governor Reynaldo Tamayo Jr. declared also our borders be closed and issued this enhanced community quarantine. For me, I was happy about it kasi it was a quick action with our goal to flatten the curve, kasi we don't want our hospitals to get overwhelmed. Ayaw natin yung case na biglang pumotok at maraming mag-positive and hindi siya kayang mahandle because our healthcare facility just couldn't do that. Okay? I was talking back then, nung nag-uumpisa pa lang yung dito sa Philippines, wala pa sa South Coast. I was talking with my best friend Mucha Pingoy, and she said over the phone na kulang talaga ng ventilator ang province. You cannot even cater a number of, of patients na pag lumaki. So, I think we just did the right thing, and then the lockdown to prevent the, transmission ng virus within the community. And, well, the other night, the news came out na South Cotabato is already COVID-free. And my reaction to that was like, when you read the reactions online, you get sometimes parang masasad ka kasi majority are not actually getting it. Na they think you're 100% COVID-free. Yung iba, hindi ba pwedeng i-open na yung ganito, ganyan. Okay, the announcement that South Cotabato is already COVID-free is based, of course, on those reports na naging negative. So let's talk about how about those that has not been reported yet. Kasi there are still people around na asymptomatic na once you lift the lockdown at nagsilabasan yan, at one point or another, they're gonna infect also other people. I mean, that's the reality. Numbers are gonna go up. Okay? Now, once we have fully set up our testing lab, dun mo na, and then we get to test a lot of people, dun mo na talaga makikita yung numbers mo, right? So there, it's a complicated thing. I keep on reading a lot from experts. So, kasi tayo, we have the responsibility to educate our employees, educate our families, educate those we come, yung mga nasa paligid natin. Okay? So going back to reaction and how we responded to it, with us, our personal take on it was, wala pa kasi yung SAP or yung Social Amelioration Program back then nung pumatok yung balita. So, yung amin talaga ng partner ko na si OG was, we have to be there for our teams, sa amin employees dito sa The Brew Project PH and sa Marvel Food Harbor. So, yung inuna talaga namin was to give immediately rice and a little cash assistance na pang-support lang sa kanila. Kasi, it doesn't mean naman kasi na kapag may ibinigay ka, you have, overflowing meron ka that time. Actually, nung pumutok yung balita, we are also at the time that we are struggling somehow financially. Yung nagtatry ka pa rin bumangon. Kasi, there's been a lot of expenses in the previous months sa pag-renovate ng Marvel Food Harbor, kakatapos lang ng bayaran ng tax, renewal of business ng January. I think most of the businesses can, relate to this. Yung ibang negosyante pa, natalo ng scam last year. So, we are, amat-amat pa lang na nagabangon ang mga negosyante when this happened. And actually, halos wala. But, it wasn't this time na kahit halos wala, we have to give something kasi kailangan siya. I heard back then na yung character mo daw maipapakita mo during crisis. It's either, lahat kasi tayo halos wala eh. Would you want to cling on kung anong meron ka na sayo-sayo? Or kahit yung anong content meron ka, you would want to still share it sa mga nangangailangan. And what we did was the latter. So, we assisted our employees, and then back then on the business side, we gradually shifted our system, our operations to some COVID-proof, procedures. So, pagpasok sa cafe, meron kaming thermal scanner, and then we did foot bath also, disinfecting foot bath, whatever you call that, here and for the harbor. And then we've been trying to do the contactless transaction. So kung pwede, hindi na inaabot yung payment, ganon. Because when ACQ was implemented, we are part of the essential workers that need to be, that were encouraged to operate because of the need. Like, we are in the food industry, and then we already were thinking na baka mahirap kasi most of the people nasa loob ng bahay. We already anticipated the drop of sales, which eventually yun yung nakikita natin sa numbers natin. But then, during kasi sa first weeks, you're no longer focused on numbers, on sales eh. Honestly, you are already focused on survival with everyone around you. Paano din mag-survive yung employees mo. And yung why natin, bakit gusto natin mag-operate is basically because we want to help our employees. For most of them have families, may mga anak, have little families under them na sinusuportahan nila. And wala pa talagang ayuda from the government, diba? So, you have to be there. Kahit yung konti na meron ka, you have to give it to them. And then, apart from that, we did this charity thing. So, back then, we tried to do it silently. Kasi hindi naman kasi kami yung dapat i-glorify eh. Mas maraming naghihirap, our health workers, the vulnerable sectors. So, we distributed healthy meals to our frontliners, our essential workers, silently. Like, we did not post any in social media kasi back then I was thinking, hindi naman kailangan, sabi ko. When we were doing the meal packs here every afternoon, there was this afternoon on the first part, our employee asked me, "Ma'am, ilalagay pa daw ba dun sa every meal na from Marbel Food Harbor and the Brook Budget PH?" He asked me, and then sabi ko, you know what? We don't need to do that because our goal here is once your frontliner gets hold of that food, we want them to feel na, hey, there are people who cares for you, there are people who prays for you. I mean, that's the purpose eh. So, what's the point of putting the name? I mean, back then, I was telling my story back then. That's how we want it to be. So, silently, wala. This is not to say naman na those who announce online are on the negative side. Hindi naman ganun because we have our way of doing things back then kasi lahat tayo hindi okay eh. Right? How do we respond when we're not okay? So we just wanna help to also those people na mas hindi okay, right? So ganun. Everyone was just doing their part. There's no competition. For me, it's everyone. And dito sa South, I mean, based on my perspective, medyo natuwa ako. And then we have this group also of businessmen na tumutulong din talaga sa marami. And we are thankful of this organization. So, balik tayo sa amin. Sabi ko na, hindi naman natin kailangan gawin yan. So, of course, as per procedure, as per documentation purposes, yung ginagawa lang ng mga crew or ng team namin is nagpapa-receive sila sa form para for filing din, for filing purposes na these are what we do for our CSR thing, you know, community social responsibility. Okay. So yun yung ginawa namin. We've been distributing healthy meal packs sa first hospitals here in Coronadal, PDRRMO team, kila Sir Rolly, PNP, checkpoint personnel, kahit sa mga barangay na where our businesses are situated, barangays kung saan yung mga residents namin, nagbigay din kami. Of course, hindi namin pwedeng mabigyan lahat ng barangay kasi wala naman talagang, you don't have enough to so kung ano lang talaga yung konti na lang, o sige, itulong na lang natin, that's what we need right now. Diba? Kahit talaga sa totoo lang, lahat kami, yung mga tumutulong, I know lahat kami may malalaking problema. But this is what we have to do at that certain moment. We want to boost the morale of everybody, especially our essential workers. Yun, so we did, pinasok din namin mga pharmacy, we gave food sa pharmacy, sa health center, may ibang banks. So yun. And then, I was talking with my friend, Attorney Cheryl Ogoy Bernardo, and she was also distributing face masks, washable face masks, and I think certain PPEs to some health workers that she knows. And then, nag-uusap kami sa group chat along with another friend, Din Danyos. She also did distribution of meal packs silently. I'm not sure how she did it, but I know she also distributed meal packs. Yun, may mga friends kami from other places who also sent financial help. So through Attorney Cheryl, we have this kabatchmate named Ayan Apura who gave us financial aid to be able to help or feed frontliners. So because of him, we were able to give out an additional 200 meal packs to our frontliners. And then nung nakaschedule kami na magbigay ng meals sa barangay Morales, am I right? My God, I hope I'm right with of course Kapitan Aloot, si Kuya Ryan ni partner ko ni Ochi, sponsored naman the meal packs para dun sa Morales. So even us not, broadcasting it to the whole world, we're also happy na there are these few people na bigay kami ng ganito at para pandagdag sa tulong na inaabot namin sa tao. So, yun yung ginawa namin back then. So, I'm only relaying or saying it to you because I feel responsible for those people who gave na to tell you that merong mga ganitong tao na talagang kahit they're far from us, magpapadala ng pera to help our frontliners. Maraming ganon. And then with Food Harbor, and even dito sa group, may mga tatawag o order ng ganito, ipapadeliver sa frontliners. So we're really thankful. We are really thankful to those who took part in our little charity work. Kasi we've been doing CSR naman. Our companies have been doing CSR even back then. Yung iba talagang announced because we collaborated with certain organizations. But yung iba naman, as much as possible, we want to be silent with it because you just wanna, boost morale ng mga nangangailangan. So, yun, I answered one question, how the first things that we did. So, help our employees, change, may mga ginawang changes sa system, sa scheduling ng mga tao sa cafe, pati sa food harbor. So, may mga changes siya so that we would be able to adapt also sa nangyayari every day sa business. So, yun. Am I lost? No. What's next? With our business kasi, we're part of the MSME group. Right now, we have not received any help yet. I think nakikita ko yung mga posts ng ibang negosyante na rank and all that na, there are people not paying taxes, they get these ayudas and all that. And us paying taxes, working hard, ganito, kayod araw-araw. I have not received any, but for now, let's accept that that's how it is. Let's doble pa ang pag-iingat natin at of course pagtrabaho, especially in our part of the industries na allowed na mag-operate because we are the key players, we are the players of our economy, and kailangan din natin unti-unting buhayin ang economy kasi once it's totally dead, I don't know what's gonna happen. We don't want to discuss it, but it's worst, So I guess the government is just, it's just very, how can I say this? Andun yung timing sa pag-implement ng mga bagay-bagay. So we have to support our government because they are also talking with their, apparently, or yeah, most probably, may mga experts din yan na kinukonsult. And ako, so far, I'm happy with the performance of our governor. Okay? And yun talaga yung prayer natin. Na even, we see naman, even our city mayor is also trying his best. So, gusto naman talaga natin lahat-lahat na mag-unite. So, we're praying for that. And tayo na mamamayang Pilipino. So, last night, it's online. Naibalita na South Cotabato is COVID-free. So, ang daming reaction na bakit hindi na lang pwedeng i-open to ganito. Okay, I think some of us are not really getting it, no? Na when you say South Cotabato is COVID-free, naka-base lang po yun doon sa reported cases. Okay? There are unreported cases pa na pwedeng malay nyo, merong umiikot na asymptomatic yan. Kasi kung talagang safe na tayo, edi sana na lift open na lahat, edi sana sa restaurant nakakapag-accept na tayo ng diners, but no. It's just based on the reported cases. Okay? The virus would still be around. Okay? Habang wala pang nadi-discover na vaccine, we have to take note of that. We have to take note of our numbers, of the facts, okay? Hindi pa po tayo zero virus. Usually, I've learned nasa more or less 18 months for a vaccine to be developed. I don't know, I've heard somewhere na parang may na-expedite ang bilis na may na-create na vaccine somewhere. I forgot the country. But I've heard from an expert that normally 18 months. Kaya nga sinasabi nila, this battle is gonna be for a long haul. Aabot pa until next year that we are gonna be embracing this new normal. What's the new normal? Okay? As we shift from ECQ to this modified general community quarantine, kailangan pa rin natin talaga i-practice yung paulit-ulit na sinasabi ng ating experts. One, you have to wear face mask all the time, especially when in public. Face mask means I protect you you protect me. Okay? So, there's a smaller percentage of transmission once all of us are wearing face masks. Okay? Next, maintain physical or social distancing. Okay? I've listened to this, I'm not sure if it's a webinar that I've listened to last night. It was 2 to 3 hours. What they're doing in Vietnam and Thailand, nag-accept na kasi sila ng dine-in, is like, ano daw, it's 1.5 or 2 meter away from each other, no face-to-face, and then most restaurants would have it yung dine-in nasa labas. Kasi nga, di ba, pag nasa loob ka ng aircon, sabi nila na mas mataas yung risk yung mga nasa enclosed na place, especially aircon, parang dun na lang magsisirculate yung virus. Right? I think that's how I'm getting it. With us, of course, talo ang mga negosyante, but I think all of us have to take our part. Lahat-lahat tayo, halos lahat back to zero. Halos wala. Wala talaga. And we have to, kahit wala, kahit mahirap, we have to put our brave front. Ano ang kailangan natin gawin? Because for us, mga negosyante, hindi namin pwedeng pabayaan to. Kasi wala nang ayudang natanggap sa gobyerno, di ba? Ayan. So, kailangan natin maningkamot para maskin gamay may ara sila. Most of our employees are breadwinners. Okay? Pag yan, binigay mo pa na problema ng gobyerno, paano na lang? So, each of us has to take responsibility. So, I've been talking of our employees. Of course, our immediate family is on top of this all. So, my mom is a senior citizen. I have pamangkins who are like my daughter's sons already. And I think I'm more of mas OA yung pagpapadala ng ng groceries, pag-check sa kanila. I'm just doing what you call this, a video call via messenger kasi OA nga ako, di ba? Sa work namin ng partner ko, of course we have to monitor, we have to express support. There are teams na dito sa Brew at sa Food Harbor. So, somehow, we're also exposed. So, we don't want na bumisita doon and, na ma-expose din yung mga tao. I mean, we don't know. So, we have to take extra precaution in doing things. Okay? So, how do we take care of our employees right now is siguro ito din yung tip, and I'm sure most of businessmen are already doing this na we have to be proactive in guiding, giving information to our employees. Kasi minsan yung mga bata parang walang pakialam, laro lang, ganyan, TikTok lang. But we have to keep on reminding them to, ganito ako, I have to take care of our immune system. We have to aim for like 7 to 8 hours, although ako guilty ako niyan. We have to drink more water, like 1.5 or 2 liters a day, ganyan. Then take vitamin C every day, so since we ran out of vitamin C, ayan, we give them free calamansi juice every day for both companies. Sa free meal, nag-shift na kami every day, mostly gulay na, because we are their family at work, so we have to, take also care of them, kasi whatever happens is we take accountability naman sa kanila, right? So we teach them, like, kasi yung hand washing talagang practice na yan, so just we reinforce that na every now and then you really have to wash your hands kahit okay na. That's the new normal, with their shoes, sabi ko, bili na sa gawasang balay. It takes, I guess, 5 days for the virus to sit there. So we give all of those guidance and information to them. Every day, we also keep ourselves informed. Kasi I've also learned from that webinar na every day, ang daming changes, ang daming nangyayari. They taught us sa business side, there's this so-called duality of, I'm sorry, I'm kind of sleepy now. Okay. Ito yung mga tinake note ko kasi last night when I was listening, okay, to that webinar. I forgot the term, I'm sorry. Case relief is page 24. Ayan. I'm gonna share it sa mga my resto or cafe. They taught us of this duality of strategy. You look at the now, and then you look at what's in the future. Because until there's no vaccine, you know, the virus is still there. So you have to abide with what the government wants you to do na delivery or takeout lang. So ano yung mga dapat gawin to survive? Although honestly, ang hirap-hirap na. So there. Basically, it all boils down to our health on top of this. Kasi kahit ano naman ang kayod natin, if we're not taking care of ourselves, it's useless. So there's just a lot of complicated, I mean, if you look at the bigger picture, it's just so complicated. So minsan kinukwento ko sa kanila, and then I would tell them, you know what, let's just simplify things, and it all boils down to taking care of our immune system, preparing ourselves, because again, kailangan daw ma-achieve yung sinasabing herd immunity. Like I think 7 to 80% of the population should get infected before talaga totally na masasabi mo wala na yung virus. So at one point or another, you might be infected or what, but based on the readings that I've been reading, most of us will recover. So, ang pinaka number 1 na kalaban natin at this time is fear, yung mapaparalyze tayo. So, why not step up? Let's be responsible for ourselves and for the people around us. And on top of this all, let's keep on praying. Kasi kahit napaka-imposible talaga na nangyayari, ang hirap-hirap na sometimes, you know, miracles happen. And dun na lang tayo siguro kumakapit. So, let's keep on praying. Let's be prayer warriors, guys. Nothing is impossible. Okay, so I think that'll be all for now. There's just so much to say, and I'm ending it at this point na lang. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Again, happy Labor Day, especially to our frontliners, our doctors, nurses, medtechs, our healthcare workers are actually the MVPs of the current situation. Maraming salamat, and sa lahat din ng essential workers, thank you. Our stay-at-home heroes also na nag-sacrifice for all of us. Maraming salamat, and you know what? Kayang-kaya nating talunin itong virus na to kapag lahat tayo nagdisiplina, kapag lahat tayo would really care for each other. So thank you so much. God bless everyone. Keep safe. Bye-bye.